11 Eastern, 8 Pacific.
You found the G-spot. Unscrewed with Martin Sargent's next.
Coming up tonight, another battle of the minds for America's favorite multiple-choice Google game. It's Sperts. Plus, we peer into the murky and secret world of the Skull and Bone Society, whose members are some of the most powerful human beings on the planet. And finally, we use a digital camera to capture the top 10 ways to humiliate your pet. Hey everyone, I'm Laura Swisher, and you're watching Unscrewed. And now, a man who's very familiar with humiliation. It's Martin Sargent.
Unscrewed. You know, when I was in college, was that thing that the dog was wearing? I had to wear one of those my junior year.
What frat were you in?
No, I got some stitches, and I couldn't help but gnaw at them. I just kept gnawing at them, you know, smoke a little doob, get the munchies, like, So I had to get one of those human collars put on.
Was that the beer bong, and then you saw it in your head? Maybe that was
No, it wasn't a beer bong. It was not a beer bong, per se. Hey there, welcome to Unscrewed, the show that traverses space and time in search of truth, enlightenment, and the occasional poo joke. I'm the man screaming through the wormhole, Martin Sargent. You know, speaking of wormholes, anyone out there heard of wormholes? You know wormholes? Yeah! All right. If you Google the term, you get everything from Einstein's relativistic equation for gravity, in which space and time are folded and then joined back together, to a fair amount of man porn. Now, no offense to the man porn industry, good people, proud Americans, but me, I'm more interested in Einstein's wormholes, you know, the actual portals that offer shortcuts through time and space. That's because last week, I found a wormhole in my cubicle drawer. Joey?
What's up?
What is that?
It's a wormhole.
Oh, what?
A portal through time and space.
What's it doing in my cubicle drawer?
They can pop up anywhere. You're lucky.
Huh. Now, television's Martin Sargent is a hard charger, so I wanted to take my wormhole for a test spin right away. And I'll be damned if it didn't work. In one night of wormhole, I witnessed the Last Supper, where I impressed everyone by performing the Heimlich maneuver on Peter after he choked on a fruit roll-up that I'd brought along with me. I also witnessed Lincoln preparing for the Gettysburg Address. One note here, not many people know this, but when Lincoln is relaxing in his tent, he wears a loincloth made of rope. True. Anyway, after a while, all that historical crap gets old. I mean, it's really not my bag. Plus, Lincoln smelled a little gamey. Now, I find it's more practical to use my wormhole in the office to cut down on all the walking around I have to do. Only problem is, whenever I use the hole, I come out the other end naked and covered in a thick mucoidal slime. But that's a small price to pay for all the time I save. I mean, it's great for picking up papers at the printer. Got my copies. And it's really convenient for my 3 p.m. potty break. What's up, Carl? It just goes to show you, sometimes science fiction is real. It's right there in your cubicle drawer waiting to improve your life in unimaginable ways. Like doing away with the awkwardness of having to walk by the cubicle of that creepy chick from ad sales you banged at last year's holiday party. Thank you. Besides wormholes, you know what else improves your life? I'll tell you. Watching web videos of French people wiping out on bicycles.
Il le filme. Vas-y. Vincent, mais né en 1970, il a toujours dit qu'il mourrait jeune d'une mort violente.
Switch, philosophical question for you. I've been thinking about this since I was in like 6th grade. Say you're walking in the woods somewhere, or maybe you're clearing brush in your backyard, and you clear a big swath of the brush. Right there, wormhole or dimensional rift lies before you. What do? Do you go through the wormhole?
I would think it'd probably be a swamp, and I'd avoid it. Like, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't go through the wormhole?
I would not go through the wormhole. Why would you? Would you go through the wormhole?
Damn right I'd go through that wormhole. Yeah. Get me the hell out of here. Off this show, an extended plus digital tier platinum cable, man. Maybe the wormhole would take me to ABC or Comedy Central or something like that, you know? Show that somebody watches.
Here, I have a question for you. We're going to be talking about secret societies. Were you ever in a secret society?
No. I had a lot of secrets in college, but no secret societies. I was in the Dungeons and Dragons Club, and it wasn't too secret. It wasn't too secret at all. Think about getting a wormhole. When I had my wormhole, it's kind of like when I was a kid. I begged my parents for a trampoline. Right. Begged them all summer long. Finally get the damn thing. You bounce on it like 3 times. You're sick of it. It's kind of like me and my wormhole.
Yeah, I could see that happening. You're sick of it. Time, space travel, whatever.
All right, I've gone to a time and space where I've stopped making sense, so let's just move on with the show. Tonight's show is a hovering mothership of fun, and it's getting ready to put down smack dab in the middle of your wheat field. Journalist, that makes sense? No, it didn't. Journalist Alexander Robbins is here to explain how a secret society called Skull and Bones could determine the outcome of the presidential election. And I'll show you a free video game that could determine the outcome of your evening if you have nothing better to do. But before all that, it's time again. You know what time it is? Switch time. Play a little game called Search Sperts. Yeah. This week, Search Sperts Frenzy Round. That's how the Frenzy Round sounds. Here's how it works. I'll be giving our contestants 3 words or phrases that sound similar. For example, Nordic Fjord, Underlord, and Sex Sword. Then the contestants choose which one of the 3 terms gets the highest hit count on Google. All right, let's meet tonight's contestants. We've got a reigning champion, Christine Vinson, squaring off against the deathly capable Kayla. Hello, ladies.
Hello. Hi, Marty. Hi, Laura.
Hi. So, Christine, when I was leering at pictures of you last night on the internet.
Oh, I bet you were, Marty.
I sure was, but I noticed for the first time, I don't get that far when I'm looking at the pictures. I kind of, it doesn't take me that long. But I got this one. You got one of them tattoos right there above your ass.
Yeah, I have an angel and a rose, and let me show you.
Show me that tattoo right there above the ass.
The angel represents how I am most of the time, and the rose represents, well, I just thought it looked pretty.
Well, so. To me, it represents like a Target. Something, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe someplace to put my drink.
Yeah, you'll have to try it out.
Yeah, I'll try it out. And Kayla.
Yes,
wow, look, you brought a friend along, didn't you? Who's there?
I did. I brought you one of the most famous porn chicks in the industry.
Hey, all right. It's great that you're both here. You guys, are you porn lovers? Do you do it on film?
I've done it over 200 times on film.
Well, congratulations. All right, let's play.
300.
Christine, you're the champion, so you'll guess first. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Which of the following 3 terms yields the highest search result in Google? Here are the terms. Okay. Grassy knoll, glory hole, or farm fresh roll.
Okay, what are we looking for?
Kayla?
What do you think?
For Christ's sake, just pick one.
The first one.
The first one, grassy knoll. Okay, ladies,
you were
what do you
not
say?
just impatient at my house last night.
All right.
I picked the second one.
You say glory hole. I'll bet you do. Well, let me tell you, grassy knoll, 59,000 hits. Glory hole, 177,000 hits. Farm fresh roll, only 4 hits on all the internet. Congratulations! You just won a hardcover copy of How to Make Good Movies.
You've just won a hardcover copy of How to Make Good Movies. Concisely written, beautifully photographed, and artfully illustrated. It's great for the cam whore in your family.
Oh, you'll enjoy that. Thank you so much. Now you're the winner. You get to move on to the Peel and Eat Shrimp round. When that's the sound effect for Peel and Eat Shrimp. When the prizes will become even more delicious. Thanks for playing Search Sperts, ladies.
Thank you.
Wonderful to have you all here. And you at home, to see more of our cam girls, just hit their websites. All right, just ahead, did George W. Bush rise to power by masturbating with 15 other guys in a tomb? Best-selling author Alexander Robbins is here to reveal the secrets of the Skull and Bones Society next.
Brought to you by Mortal Kombat. It will consume you. Mortal Kombat Deception, now online.
It will summon you. It will challenge you. It will consume you. Mortal Kombat Deception. Online for PlayStation 2 and Xbox. Rated mature.
F-16. Hornet. F-111.
Acura RSX Type S, now with 210 horsepower. You'll know it when you hear it.
Get off me! Get off me! God, get off me!
Feel the power of the new Nokia N-Gage QD from Singular. Insane graphics and the latest titles. Get yours at Singular Wireless, rated T for teens.
Panasonic introduces high-definition plasma TV with the most beautiful picture in the world. Yours.
No, it's mine.
It's my vacation.
It's got to be my game.
Make it yours. Just snap it and share it instantly with built-in photo viewer. Call for your free HD plasma guide now.
The most beautiful picture in the world. I'm pretty sure it's mine.
High-definition plasma TV from Panasonic. Ideas for life.
Unleash the power of a worldwide phenomenon.
Welcome back, Dr. Jackson.
Packed with all new extras. Stargate SG-1 Season 7 on DVD today. Own the entire collection on DVD now.
Ever wondered what it's really like to be a soldier?
What do you got?
I have a sit rep from Alpha Company.
PT ready to be verified. Verified.
Put yourself in the picture with this free video. You'll see over 200 great jobs in the Army and over 180 in the Army Reserve. You'll also see what skills you learned, how you can earn money for college, even what soldiers do in their free time. Call 1-800-984-ARMY now and get this free t-shirt and your free video. Put yourself in the picture and see what it's really like to become an Army of One.
This Halloween, experience the scariest film of 2004. The Grudge. This one is special. Rated PG-13. Now play.
Watch, play, win, hyperactive!
We have a new online game everyone is talking about. Every weeknight while you watch X-Play and Unscrewed with Martin Sargent, go online and play Hyperactive along with the shows. You can win an iPod Mini and other cool stuff. Go to g4techtv.com/hyperactive and play along every weeknight at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific.
Hey, welcome back to Unscrewed. My next friend writes about a secret society called Skull and Bones, a secret society that some say controls the world. Here's best-selling author of The Secret to the Tomb, Alexander Robbins. How you doing? Great to have you here. So Skull and Bones is one of those things that I never heard about until I got on internet. What is Skull and Bones?
Skull and Bones is probably this country's most secret society and most infamous secret society. Essentially, it's based at Yale, where it's headquartered in a building called the Tomb.
And why is it so infamous? Why is it different than any other fraternity that you'd find at any college across the United States?
Well, it's not a fraternity. It's extremely selective in its membership. It has a death motif. It encourages members to steal things. Members worship a goddess, and the people aren't just everyday people. They end up being people who are leaders of the free world.
And if it's so secretive, then how did you learn so much about it and go
Everybody
on to
wants
write
to
this
know
book?
that.
No, seriously, what did you do to get these old guys to tell you all this information?
Don't go there. There's been...
I'm not going anywhere. You inferred something from my question.
I was able to get about 150 of them to talk to me, probably twice that number, hung up on me, harassed me, threatened me. But I think some of them are tired of the secrecy. They're tired of the kinds of sort of malicious rumors that you see on the internet.
Right, and there are a lot of malicious...
Right. What kinds of threats? Like your life, or better stop it, or
Not really
kill
my
you?
life, but one did say to me that I was a horrible journalist for daring to write about the secret society, and he actually said there are a number of us at newspapers and at political journalism institutions across the country, and then he goes, good luck with your career.
Did he give you his name?
I know who he is.
Oh.
you go ahead and out him right here on the show.
I'm not going to add him, but I will
Don't worry,
say...
nobody's watching. It's okay. I swear to God.
He is actually trying to destroy my career. I've heard through the grapevine.
Well, we're talking about some of the things you do read on sites like Jim Mars, Anthony J. Hill. There are people who write about Skull and Bones, pretty sensationalistic things. What are some of the more common misconceptions, or maybe they're true, that you read about on some of these internet websites about Skull and Bones?
Oh, people believe that Skull and Bones is a satanic cult. They say it operates a shadow government. It's promoting New World Order. It kills people. It kills journalists, in which case I don't think I'd be here right now.
That's all very interesting. That actually makes a better television interview than maybe what is true. But there are some really troubling things that are true about Skull and Bones, correct?
Yeah, there are some troubling things about Skull and Bones. They have this power agenda, whereby the only purpose of the society is to get members into positions of power and then to have those members hire other members. It's basically an institutionalized superiority complex. They are the bonesmen, and all of us who are not bonesmen, they call barbarians.
What about, I've read about Nazi connections, I read about a connection to the atomic bomb. Is there any truth to that?
Nazi connections, no. The bomb, yes. Skull and Bonesman Henry Stimson was Secretary of War under FDR. Stimson hired 4 bonesmen, which proportionally is a lot for his War Department.
Because there's only 15 a year, right?
There are only 15 a year, and there's not that many people in a War Department. Stimson put the bonesmen in charge of overseeing the deployment and the construction of the atomic bomb. So did Skull and Bones plot as an institution from the bowels of its tomb in New Haven to drop the bomb? No. But did bonesmen band together and oversee the bomb? Yeah, so there's a hazy line.
All right, but now we have 2 bonesmen running against each other for the presidency of the United States.
That's right.
A lot of people are jumping on this as some sort of a conspiracy. Do you see anything there?
I think it's highly unusual that 2 members of a society with perhaps 800 living members at any one time would be facing off for the presidency, but it's also sort of a chicken and egg question because Skull and Bones only taps people who either have a very strong legacy or who they think will succeed greatly after graduation.
And who do you think the bonesmen want to win?
Oh, they don't care.
They don't care?
I've talked to them over the past year.
It's really that important. They just want a bonesman to be the #1 guy in the United States. They don't care if it's John Kerry or if Ralph Nader were a bonesman. They'd be like, we don't give a damn.
I don't think Nader would get in even if he were a bonesman. Sorry. I'm not going to go off on that. But, bonesmen don't care because they're going to have a White House connection for at least the next 4 years. And the way they describe it to me is it's a win-win situation.
So with that connection, I mean, I guess Bush has appointed like a lot of bonesmen to cabinet positions, other power positions in the government. Is that true?
Bush has appointed approximately 10 members of Skull and Bones to prominent positions in his administration. And we're not talking little piddly positions. We're talking head of the SEC or associate attorney general.
So there actually is sort of a conspiracy going on here. Or is it just like, if someone else were in a fraternity, they would just want to give those positions to their friends? Do you see something dark in this? Or do you see it just give it to their friends?
It could be an example of American business as usual on the most elite level. But on the other hand, I don't think the people who represent us should be allowed to have an allegiance to a secret society, especially the President of the United States.
But Bush says that he really isn't down with Skull and Bones, doesn't
Bush
he? Always
is lying.
Really?
No.
Bush has turned...
No. Out of character.
What's he lying about? Why does he want to separate himself from Skull and Bones?
Because he wants to present himself as a down-home Texan far from the northeastern elite establishment. But he has turned to members of Skull and Bones throughout his professional life. He probably wouldn't even have gotten into Yale if he weren't a member of Skull and Bones because there were 10 members of the Bushwalker family there, and they're sort of favored sons of the
wasn't
society.
His GPA that got him in? You're kidding me. All right, you stick around. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll show shocking footage of an actual Skull and Bones ceremony, not unlike those Kerry and Bush allegedly partook in, that may or may not involve masturbating in a coffin. Don't go anywhere.
You'll never forget the people you hurt when you were high. We thought they'd never find us. We were wrong.
No enemy has ever withstood our might.
I need a weapon.
There are those who said this day would never come. What are they to say now?
Rated M for mature.
Axe deodorant body spray keeps you smelling great, no matter what you're doing.
I hope I'm next on your to-do list.
The right tool for the job. Axe.
Ma'am, is Final Fantasy in your used game section?
Used games? You really do like fantasy, don't you?
Toy stores don't take games seriously.
you gotta talk to gamers. Final Fantasy breaks the role-playing mold, and you can save some cash if you buy it pre-owned. Cool. Best selection. Pre-owned games and equipment at big discounts. Save on new games by trading in old ones. Try them before you buy them.
Worms and germs can attack your computer.
Something's wrong with your computer, and you've tried everything.
Try this.
One quick click. Velos will keep your entire system virus-free, safe, and secure.
With Velos. To make it faster than the day you got it.
Visit Velos.com.
And make it quick.
If you even think you're slowing down, get a free virus scan at Velos.com and make it fast.
What are your dreams? Do they include playing video games? Or making video games? Or both? Stop dreaming. Pick up the phone, call Collins College, and start a career doing what you love in the new game design program. Call 1-888-256-1200 now. That's 1-888-256-1200. Get ready for the next season of Anime Unleashed with all new series.
Don't get carried away.
New episodes coming up next.
All right, we're back with journalist Alexander Robbins, author of The Secrets of the Tomb, talking about the secrets of Yale's Skull and Bones Society. So take us back to when Skull and Bones was founded. Who did it and for what purpose?
A guy named William H. Russell was a student at Yale. He studied abroad in Germany, and in Germany he encountered some secret society.
Probably the Bavarian Illuminati or something.
I was just about to say that conspiracy theorists like to say it's the Illuminati.
Well, of course it was. And it comes back with the symbiology of the Skull and Bones. It makes a lot of sense, don't you think?
Sure, if the Illuminati were still around in 1832.
They're not. They're still around now. Aren't they controlling the government through Skull and Bones right
Absolutely, no.
Well, so this guy found, so he goes over there, he sees, he gets inspired by something, he brings it back to Yale College, and he starts the secret society, right? How did it evolve into where it is today?
It began the way it is today. Nothing's really changed. One of the first members he pulled in was Alphonso Taft, the future Secretary of War, father of President William Howard Taft. It always was a society with a power agenda, and it always had the most prominent men on campus.
So where did all these rumors come from? Is it just because of the secrecy surrounding it that people would make things up, or did the Bonesmen themselves promulgate the rumors?
A little bit of both. I think when people see a blank slate, sometimes people like to project images onto that slate. People will say that Skull and Bones assassinated the Kennedys or was behind the World Trade Center tragedy. I think also Bonesmen themselves like to spread the rumors because I think they're sort of like the Wizard of Oz, where they're sort of the clever but puny men hiding behind a curtain trying to project these great and terrible images about themselves. So they'll spread some of those rumors.
Well, they must like to, because you said about 150 of them actually talk to you. That's very rare. Most of these Bonesmen, they wouldn't talk to other journalists, right?
That's right.
So did any of them tell you about the ritual, the initiation ritual, unless they lay in a coffin and masturbate and recount their sexual histories?
Okay, well, I should clarify that some of the rumors are based on kernels of truth, and this is one of those cases. As far as I know, masturbation is not a part of the actual Skull and Bones program, but, I mean, it is a windowless building, so I don't know what they do in their free time. But there is an activity called sexual history, and that starts up right in the beginning of their senior year, where each member gets to stand in front of a painting of a woman and deliver their entire sexual history, presumably from that first masturbatory experience on through present day. Now, what gets me is that this is an activity that's supposed to take between 1 and 3 hours. And I went to Yale. I know Yale men. I have no idea how they can come up with that much material on their sexual history.
I think it helps when they have to filibuster, when they end up in the Senate, being able to, have recounted fake 3 hours of...
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you told me that the whole masturbating in a coffin thing is a myth, because I was having a real problem picturing William F. Buckley doing that, who was a Bonesman back when, right?
Well, what's funny is foreign journalists have read that myth and taken it as truth. And when George H.W. Bush in office, there were actually articles in other countries about how he actually did this. So you see, I guess, where rumors on the internet can become truth to some people.
How about that whole business of them having Geronimo's skull down there in the crypt? Have you been down in the crypt, by the way?
I had the opportunity to be in there. But
Why did you go down there?
Because they would have sued me afterward. I'm not going to give them.
You could have gone down there. You could have been real sneaky. They couldn't have sued you, right?
They have a lot of lawyers in
Really?
that organization.
Well, how do I know that you're not working for Skull and Bones, coming here and telling me all this stuff? Because weren't you a member of a secret society, Yale?
I was a member of a secret society called Scroll and Key, and when my book came out, Scroll and Key was pretty boring, by the way. Otherwise, I would have written about Scroll and Key. When the book came out, they stopped talking to me. I mean, they openly, to my face, one of the leading officers just absolutely stopped
Scroll
me.
and Key? They said, we don't want to talk to you anymore?
Yep.
Wow. Did you want to be tapped by Skull and Bones when you were a student at Yale?
I guess I was sort of curious. Scroll and Key is second in prestige to Skull and Bones, but I found out once I got into Scroll and Key that Scroll and Key allowed beer in the tomb, whereas Skull and Bones is a dry society. So now I look back and I'm thrilled that I wasn't tapped for Skull and Bones.
You made the right choice.
I wouldn't have lasted the year.
You made the right choice. Well, thank you so much for coming in and explaining it, all right, Alexandra? And Alexandra Robbins, you get a copy of her new book, Conquering Your Quarter-Life Crisis, at her website, alexandrarobbins.com. Great stuff. And I'm telling you, this is a great book, Secrets of the Tomb. Make sure you check it out. Now, I may not have a coffin to masturbate in, but that won't stop us from playing with ourselves right now. Tonight's game is called Barb Jump. It's just like jump rope, except that instead of a jump rope, well, there's this little girl swinging some barbed wire. It's probably kind of like a secret society initiation ritual. Oh! I lost the leg there. Let's see if I can go a little bit farther. Alexander, they do anything like this in your secret society?
Yeah, we did that in our tomb.
Yeah? After the drinking? Oh! There you have it. Well, that was a lot of fun. If you want to play at home, you can get the link at our website, g4techtv.com/unscrewed. Thanks again for being here, Alexander. All right, stick around. Celebrity actor Russell Crowe is going to be here to talk about how he conquered his crippling addiction to raw pork. Stick around.
Theft Auto San Andreas. Out now on PlayStation 2. Rated M for mature.
Break out of the ordinary into a crispity, crunchy, peanut buttery Butterfinger from Nestle.
At CDW, account managers help you choose the IT products right for you. So we read a lot of product manuals. Open. They're great. My husband likes spy novels, but give me a modular access router manual any day. Then Mama Bear routes the frame directly to the switch port. I love the way this one ends.
For the answers you need on the products you want, count on CDW for the right technology right away.
It doesn't take an expert to figure out. When you use new Colgate Max Fresh, you're about to uncover some major freshness. This whitening toothpaste is the only one packed with thousands of mini breast strips that dissolve like this. And there you have it, Max Fresh. Tons of mini breast strips packed into one amazing toothpaste. Pretty cool, right, boy?
New Colgate Max Fresh with mini breast strips, packed to the max with freshness.
Anime Unleashed, coming up next.
I should be hosting X-Play. I know every name of every creator of every major game released in the last 25 years. It's okay.
X-Play, weeknights at 11. Enter the Digital Digs Dash Watch to Win sweepstakes and grab yourself a $25,000 shopping spree at Circuit City. Watch G4 Tech TV every night from 7 to 1 a.m. Eastern to get the codes. Then log on to g4techtv.com/digitaldigsdash and enter the codes to win one of 4 grand prizes or daily cash prizes. You can enter up to 4 times a day between November 8th and the 21st, so you better watch if you want to win. The Digital Digs Dash, brought to you by Circuit City.
Hey, that's all the time we got. Thanks, my friends, Alexander Robbins, Serge Sperts, Christine and Kayla, and, of course, The Switch. We'll see you at the bar.
I hate Adam Sessler.
I'd rather suck on a urinal puck than play this game.
Why does he get to play video games and review video games on a show about video games? Why does he get to spend every day with Morgan Webb?
We've got a preview of the hottest new releases.
Yeah!
Obsessed with video games? Watch X Play with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. Weeknights at 11.